there was a conference in America. I was asked to get my thoughts on the Black Annual Muslim Conference, or is it called Black Annual Muslim Conference in America. And this was for the first time. It was a major conference held, and what are my thoughts on this? So I'd been asked, I think it's been just about 4 weeks ago or something like this, the conference. So, because some people were highly appreciative and some people were kind of very dismissive and saying this is a segregating thing and stuff like this. So what do I think about it? Now, I would like to say, first of all, I think it's actually an amazing thing. And let me shed my thoughts on this. You see, in the UK, we don't really understand the black Muslim kind of phenomenon. I don't think we do. I only primarily speak for myself. Because in the UK, converts to Islam are very, relatively speaking, very few. I mean, I have not done any statistics, but I wouldn't even imagine them to be like, maybe not even like 3%, 2%, not even that of Muslims. Like they would probably not even, I don't know if they would even constitute 1%. I mean, they're so small in number. It's really, Muslims are just born Muslims. That is who we are. And you get converts, but then if you think about it, in the UK there must be what, about 2 to 3 million Muslims. So out of them you're going to probably get a few, like a very small fraction that are converts. And that's an amazing, I mean, not to kind of, this isn't dismissive of converts, but it's just to show our experience. A few years ago I was shocked in a good way to learn. I was really shocked to learn that the black Muslim community, and I don't mean by this the black Muslim as in Nation of Islam Muslim, but I mean Muslims who are African American community in America. People, I don't know what you guys think. What percentage do you guys think they make up in America of Muslims? I don't know if you guys know, but they make up about 1/3 of the entire Muslim population. 1/3. Wow, that is huge. I only learnt this probably, I think it's been about 4 years ago, something like that. It's been like I learnt this. I was absolutely, wow, like I had no idea. Like, I mean, I knew that there's obviously a strong, significant community, but I had no idea they were that significant. And that's an amazing thing. That's a really good thing. I mean, I'm saying as a shock thing that I was unaware. Like, as a person, like I was just analogizing on the UK, but with a bit more. So here, I don't even think converts make up 1%, if that, of the Muslim community. So I just thought they would be a bit more in America. I didn't realize that to that degree. Now, a few years ago, when there was, I think it was it Baltimore or somewhere, there was that huge, the protests for Black Lives Matter. Now, at the time, obviously we're in the UK, but I was constantly sharing these things and saying that all Muslims should be supporting, in my understanding, the Black Lives Matter movement for America. Because at the end of the day, this is a community, whether they're Muslim or not Muslim, the general black people, but they're facing systematic oppression. And the problems that are internal to the communities may definitely be there, as they are with all communities, but this is a systemic issue. And Muslims need to show that Islam has this social aspect to it. Because what is the purpose of Islam today? And I actually, at the time, believe it or not, I was on a few WhatsApp groups with Maulanas, Imams, and several of them were from America. And I actually said that, guys, you know, this is just my thoughts. Why are you guys, like, I basically said that, why are you guys, like, not speaking out on this matter? Because at the time there were huge protests. Was it Ferguson or something? It's been a few years now, so it slipped my mind. But I said that, why are you guys not speaking out about this? Why are you not doing Jummah khutbahs on this? Why are you guys not? And I think they just got, a lot of people just got offended by me saying that and said that, look, you know, oh, why do you think we're not? And then they just said, look, I don't know. And the general thing was that I think people felt it's not our problem. And this attitude is the problem. And if I'm going to be honest, look, as a Desi, as somebody of an Indo-Pak origin, right, the Indo-Pak kind of people seem to dominate the religious Islamic scene. We dominate it here in the UK, they dominate it presumably in America. I'm going to be honest, the Indo-Pak community is horrendous when it comes to respecting the rights of other races. We've got huge problems of racism. We've got, and even if it's not racism, in some cases it is racism, in some cases it may not be that they have a hatred for a different race, but it's not our problem. It's that attitude that it's not my problem. Like, I'm just an imam in a masjid. And to be honest with you, considering that, it is, I feel, incumbent on the kind of black Muslim communities in America to take it upon themselves and to kind of not allow the deen to be dictated by these imams and mulvis. Because they will never, the truth is, they will never cater for you. And I'm just being honest here, right? So they're not going to do it. So you have to do it yourself. And since you guys are so amazingly, proportionate as a community, you need to. And I did actually, I was aware of the conference and I was supportive. And I know people like Imam Zaid Shakir participated, people like, even if you look like Dr. Sherman Jackson, people like, these are some of the people I'm aware of. Ustad, I think Khalil Muhsin and Imam Mark Manley, an awesome chilled out Imam from the States. Now these people, I'm just being honest, okay, bar Imam Zaid, he's maybe universally accepted, but the other kind of Imams, they're not going to be given places by the other people they're not going to give them what they deserve, if I'm just going to be honest. So they need to kind of take it for themselves. So I absolutely, and I make dua that, may Allah allow these kind of conferences to prosper. So that's my thoughts. I know somebody had asked me about, on a few occasions now, and I didn't get to answer. Right, so...